everyone, welcome to this week's wellbeing session. We're going to be doing some chair yoga and mindful breathing. So a nice relaxing session today, nothing too strenuous. So one to save for if you feel a bit tense in the future. So as always, please listen to your body, any pain stop, go within your own limitations and make sure that chair is nice and sturdy, not wobbly, and preferably one with no sides so you can do some swinging around. So we're just going to come about an inch away from that backrest, give our shoulders a little shake out, our knees are hip distance apart, our ankles are below our knees and our toes are facing forward. Let's just pop those hands on our thighs and focus on our breathing. Close your eyes if you wish. In through the nose and breathe out through those pursed lips, blow out a candle. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. As we breathe in, visualize that string pulling you tall up to the sky. And breathe it out, blow out that candle, but start to engage that core, so belly button to spine. Inhale tall. And exhale, engage that core. Let's roll the shoulders up to the ears on the next in-breath. Breathing out, open up those chests, roll the shoulders down and around, let those arms hang heavy. Inhale up. Exhale, open that chest, round and down. Once more in. Breathing out, open the chest. Down, pop the hands on the thighs, inhale up with the shoulders, exhale, let them drop down heavy. Inhale up with the shoulders, exhale, drop down, belly button to spine, and again, inhale up, and exhale, leave them there nice and heavy, breathing in. Breathing out, let's turn the head to look over one shoulder, still engaging that core, stay nice and still in the body. Just come as far as you can for that first one. Inhale, back to face forward. Breathing out over to the side. Breathing in to face forward. And again, maybe a little bit further this time. Exhale. Inhale, middle. And again, breathing out and breathing in. Let's drop that chin to chest, open up our mouths, pop our tongue on the roof and just breathe through your nose in and out. Let the shoulders hang deep, feel that stretch on the back of the neck, breathing in and out. Let the head hang heavier, open up the back of the neck, in through the nose and out through the nose, heavy jaw, relaxed. And then closing that mouth, breathing in. On the out breath, let's roll our ear over to one shoulder, open up the side of the neck. Breathe in, roll that chin to chest. Breathe out over to the side. Breathing in, chin to chest. Breathing out, roll into the side. Inhale, middle. Exhale, roll. On this next one, let's pause on that lean and just hang heavy. If you wish, you can drop that opposite hand down to the floor. Just feel that extra stretch all the way down. Feel that little weight in those fingers, holding it there. Breathing in and out. Pop the hand back on the leg. And let's just dip that chin, nodding the head down. Feel the stretch go around the back of the neck and back up. So we're dropping down and raising back up. Last one like that. Let's change it to a shake of the head. So shake that head, no, no, no. And that stretch will come more around the front of the neck this time. And then when we're ready, On that in breath, let's roll our chin back through center. Out breath over to the other side. And again, hang heavy. Drop those hands down to the floor for that extra stretch. So I really feel this behind my ear in the base of my skull. So I've been holding a lot of tension maybe recently. As we all do, we're all guilty of it. So just take that time to look after yourselves. Breathing in and out. Once more in. Let's pop that hand on the leg and let's dip that chin down. And raise it up. Dip that chin down. And up once more. And then change into a shake of the head. Side to side. And then we're ready. Inhale, chin through center. Exhale, let's lift that heavy head back up tall. Give those shoulders a lovely roll back. Blink those eyes. Let's wake ourselves up a little bit. Not too much, we are being relaxed today. Give your shoulders a shimmy. Well done, guys. Let's pop our fingertips onto our collarbones. Forgot what they were called. Breathing in. And breathing out, belly button to spine. On the in breath, let's bring our elbows to meet if we can. On the exhale, let's open up those arms. Inhale, round. Exhale, down. Once more. And then let's change directions. Inhale out to the sides. And exhale forward. So don't worry if they're a bit crunchy or clicking. As long as you don't have any pain. Last one. Breathing out, let those arms hang heavy. Inhale, let's sweep them up. Hold your beach ball and exhale, float it down. And again, inhale up. And exhale down. Once more, breathing in. Hold it there. Let's twist and drop our right hand to the outside of our left leg. Breathing in, grow tall. Breathing out. And in. Breathing out, engage. Inhale, let's sweep it up. And exhale, let's take it down. Left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, tall. Exhale, maybe twist a little more. Keep your shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in. Engage. And inhale, up tall. On that exhale, let's sweep it down into our first forward fold. Just coming to fold over those legs. And let's just hang heavy in that rest pose. Give your head a little shake out. Little shake out. Breathing in. And out. Once more in. On that out breath, pop your hands onto your thighs. Breathing in, grow tall to the top of the head. And then breathing out, let's engage our belly button and start to stack ourselves vertebrae by vertebrae. Back up tall. Inhale at the top, sweep those hands up overhead. And palms together into prayer. Exhale, bring them down through heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale up tall. Exhale, over we go. So really reach forward. Open up that lower back and then just hang heavy. Give the head a little shake out. Breathing in. And out. Once more in. Hands on those thighs. Exhale, stack your spine. Back up tall. Big breath in at the top, sweeping those hands up to pray. And exhale through to heart center. And then just flick off those hands. Well done, guys. Sort your hair out. Well done. So let's just shimmy those bottoms forward so that underneath of our thighs are free. And just those bottoms are on the chairs. Let's hold on. Coming up to our tiptoes, we're going to inhale, swing. Exhale, middle. Inhale, swing. Exhale, middle. So just swinging those legs from side to side. Don't worry too much about that breath work. And then we're just going to pause on our Z legs, and we're just going to tuck that pelvis under, plant that heel, and just feel that stretch to the front of your thigh and that hip flexor. So we've tucked under that tailbone, breathing in, face that front leg, breathing out. Inhale and exhale, belly button to spine. Inhale, the leg that's down to the floor, that side, we're going to take our hand up. And on the exhale, we're going to stretch over the back of the chair. So really feel that gorgeous opening from the knee all the way up to that armpit, opening up down the side. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Breathing in and out. Once more in. Breathing out, bring it up tall. And let that arm hang down. Inhale, sweep that knee up. Exhale, over to the other side, plant the front heel. Knees are facing forwards. Tuck the tailbone under. Face that way, breathing in. Arm up. And then breathing out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Over we go. So really elongating through the side of the body. Breathing in. And then breathing out, bring it down. Inhale, sweep. And then exhale, bring it back to the front with your shoulders and your body, little shimmy. Let's do a lovely cat and cow. Pop your hands on your thighs. Inhale, tall. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, round your back. Really spread the shoulder blades. Inhale, take it back up tall. Lift the chin if you feel comfortable. Stretching through the front from that pubic bone up to the chin. And then breathing out, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, rounding through. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open those shoulder blades. Inhale, up tall. Chin to the sky. And then breathing out, let's bring it to neutral. Apple beneath the chin. And let's heel toe into our goddess. So our ankles are in line with our knees. And our knees are pointing out about 45-degree angles both ways to the corners of the room, okay? Pop your hands on those knees. Inhale. On the exhale, let's drop opposite shoulder to knee. And again, feel that lovely stretch to the side of the body. And just push to the inside of that knee, opening up through the thigh. Breathing in and breathing out. Once more in and out. Inhale, back up tall. Exhale, drop the other shoulder down to the other knee. And again, pushing to the inner thigh. Twist, 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 opening to the side of the body. Breathing in and out. In and out. Inhale, back up tall. Exhale, engage. Breathing in all the way up. And then breathing out, let's slice it through into our forward fold. So prayer heart. And then if we need to, keep our elbows on our thighs or drop it down all the way to the floor and really feel those hips open up. Heavy head wherever you are, knees and elbows touching, or hands heavy to the floor. Push through those heels so you're a little bit active in this position, but really opening up that back and opening up those hips. Inhale, hands on the floor or pushing through the thighs. And then on the exhale, engage core. Breathing in, let's take our right hand up to the sky, open up our chest. Same thing with hand, knee, elbow on knee. Inhale, stretch a little further. And then breathing out, down to the floor, straight over with the left arm. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale. Breathing in and then breathing out. Let's take it down into that forward fold. Give our heads a little shake out, breathing in. And then if you need to, pop your hands on your thighs or on the exhale. I'm just going to roll that body back up tall. Inhale at the top, hands come up. Heel toe, those feet back in line with your hips. And then exhale through to heart center. And then just flick off that energy. Well done. Give yourselves a little shake out. So from here, let's go into our lovely cactus arm. So inhale up tall, round. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open up the chest. Hold it there, breathing in. And then breathing out, let's take our right hand under our left and give ourselves a nice big hug. And then let's take our left leg over our right. And if you can, tuck that foot beneath the other. Or just give yourselves a nice squeeze in that cross leg position. So you can bind or just have that foot where it is, breathing in. Take the elbows up tall. And then breathing out, give yourself a nice squeeze, a hug. Open up the back. Inhale up tall. Exhale, rounding the back, squeeze, draining those lymph nodes. Inhale up tall. And then exhale, squeeze. Inhale, undo. Hands up to the sky. Exhale, cactus. Hold it there, breathing in. Breathing out, left arm underneath this time. Give yourselves a nice clutch. Right arm, even leg. I can't bind this one as easy, but it does go behind a little bit. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, tall. Exhale, really squeeze, rounding the body. Breathing in up tall. And then breathing out, last one. Inhale and do. Arms up high. And exhale, let's take it over into a rest pose. And then just hanging heavy over those legs. Hold it there, breathing in and out. Breathing in. Exhale, engage. And this time on the in-breath, let's open up our heart with a narrow leg. So left hand, right hand up. Exhale, stretch a little further. Inhale, grow. And then exhale down. Straight over to the other side, breathing in. Open up. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, over we go, hanging heavy. Give your head a little shake out. So it's really about releasing out that neck today. Breathing in and out. Inhale up tall. And then exhale, intertwine your fingers behind the back of the head and just give yourselves a little squeeze. So get that chin between those legs. If you need to, open up your knees a little bit more. And just rounding through the back of the body. Breathing in and out. Release those hands. Inhale, let's take it back up tall. Palms together, exhale through to heart center. Flick off that energy. Give yourselves a little shake out. Well done, guys. So from here, let's open up those shoulders and those necks a little bit more because that's where that tension likes to linger. Take a breath in, take your right hand out. Breathing out, cross it over the body. Draw it in with the opposite forearm. Inhale up tall. Exhale, look over that right shoulder. So really opening up. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in, open up. Breathing out, left arm across, right forearm draws it in. Look over that left shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. Once more in and out. Inhale, open it up. Give your shoulders, your hands a little shake out. Pop yourselves back on those chairs if you've drifted forward like I have. Let's take our right hand up. Inhale. Over to our left ear. And then breathing out, just draw that head away from center. And just feel even more of a stretch this time down the back of that neck. Hold it there, breathing in and out. Once more in, hand up. Exhale, give that head a little helping hand up tall. Inhale, left arm up to right ear. Exhale, draw it away and let that shoulder hang heavy. breathing in and breathing out. In and out. Inhale up tall. Exhale, give that head a little nudge up. And then give that arm a little shake down. Let's take a breath in and out. Breathing in and out. Inhale up. Exhale, heavy shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale, heavy shoulders. Pop those hands on those laps. Inhale up tall. And exhale into our cat stretch. Tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. Breathing in, lift that chin up, stretch to the front. And breathing out, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. And then breathing in, up tall. Pray hands. Exhale through to heart center. So going now onto some mindful breathing. Let's pop those hands on those laps. And feel free to close your eyes if you feel comfortable, or lower your gaze. We're just gonna do some lovely relaxing breath work. So shake those shoulders out and let's just start breathing in through the nose. And then let's blow out that candle, breathing out. Breathing in, that string is still there pulling us tall. And breathing out. So let's just count those breaths. We're going to breathe in for 3, in, 2, 3, and breathe out for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just carrying on like that. In and out. Breathing in and breathing out. So on that in breath, just always visualizing growing tall, that silver thread. And breathing out, just visualizing that tension dropping from those shoulders, melting down through the body and into the ground. Breathing in and that longer out breath. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. So breathing in, feel that glow, that growing tall, that strength. And breathing out, just releasing any negativity and tension. So whenever you feel a little overwhelmed, you can do this breath work anywhere. No one will even know you're doing it. Standing, sitting down, lying down. Just taking a time out. Inhaling that energy, that positivity, and then breathing out that negativity. Just resetting that mindset. Feeling more relaxed with every out breath. And not giving yourself a hard time if you think about something else. That's natural, we're human beings. But just acknowledge it and blow it away. Deal with that later on. Inhale up tall. And just consume yourself with that relaxation. That positive glow in. And then breathing out nice and strong. Relaxing down. So let's just finish this session today, waking ourselves up a little bit if you wish, or just press stop now if you're going to sleep. Let's heel toe those feet a little wider, breathing in. And then breathing out, let's go into that forward fold, scoop the floor. And then inhale, let's grow up tall, hands in the sky. Breathing out, forward fold. Breathing in, up to the sky. Raise the chin, last one, exhale over, open your back. Inhale, take it out, palms together. Heels in line with those hips, and then breathing out, thumb through to heart center. And well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed and feel a bit more relaxed and stretched out today. Any questions, please don't hesitate. Take care.